Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Right Bench Podcast. I'm Charlie.
And I'm James.
This is going to be NBA Season 2, Episode 4. I'm really excited. I know James is too.
Yes, sir.
We're going to be going into a lot of the playoff teams, or play-in teams, right? Because we know the 20-team field.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start off with around the association, though. And then we'll go to Gimme 5 and maybe a special segment. I don't know. Let's go. Around the association, first thing, Julius Randle's going to be out for the year with that shoulder injury. That's a shame for the Knicks, because I know I picked them one of the NBA Finals, but no, I can't because Randle's out.
Yeah, and it's just such a weird injury because he was supposed, obviously, to be back. They were expecting him to be back by playoffs, and this comes out, and it's like, it's disheartening for Knicks fans, and I would say disheartening for the Knicks team.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah, it's tough. Now they definitely probably have no chance in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Next, Joel Embiid, he returned. He netted 24 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, and 29-minute return, which is pretty impressive. 29 minutes. In the next two games, he had 29 points and 30 points respectively. So, that's really good for the 76ers to see that performance.
Yeah, for sure. Now, one thing that in his first game back, he looked gassed. Like he's putting his hands on his knees, which obviously that's what you're going to see when a guy comes back from that type of injury. But good for Embiid and good for the Sixers. Going to try to make a run in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. So, did you catch the NBA record this week?
I did not.
You didn't catch the NBA. I guess because you weren't watching the Pelicans versus Trailblazers broadcast.
It
wasn't the Pelicans. It wasn't the Pelicans.
Okay, that's
but they talked about it. So, Celtics lost to the Bucks on Tuesday. And do you know what's significant about that loss, James?
I mean, there was one very significant thing in
What
this
was
game.
it? Oh yeah. Not that. But the fact that the Celtics did not shoot a free throw.
Oh yeah.
The first time in NBA history a team has not shot a free throw in a game. Congratulations, Celtics.
I did actually hear that. I didn't know it was a record, but I did hear that. Now, if we want to get to actually the thing that everyone cares about in this game is the Giannis Antetokounmpo injury in this game. It was non-contact. Had to be helped off by his brother and a trainer, and it didn't really look that bad. He was kind of on the court just like it looked like a stinger. But honestly, I thought it was Achilles when I first saw it, and that's what was scariest to me. But it was not, and he's going to be out these last 3 games, and we're going to see if he can be back by playoffs.
Yeah, hopefully. The Achilles was the main thing that everyone was scared about, so the fact that the Achilles is intact is good. So he'll just be out for a short time. Yep. Bronny James declared for the NBA draft, and he entered the transfer portal. Do you know how that works?
Yes. So this is maintaining flexibility for Bronny James and his agent and LeBron and his family. So if Bronny doesn't get drafted, which it's come out, anonymous GMs, they're like, there's 61 prospects better than Bronny James in this draft. There are. Now, do you take a swing on Bronny? Maybe. But if he doesn't get drafted, he maintains flexibility where he can still transfer. If he didn't enter the transfer portal, he would have to stay at USC another year if he didn't get drafted. So it's a very good move by Bronny and his team. I don't know if he's going to get drafted. I genuinely don't.
I think the only team that drafts him is the Lakers.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Yep.
In the second round.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the only way he gets drafted. Because LeBron, all bark no bite is what LeBron is. He's not moving. He's not leaving. If LeBron gets drafted to the...
That's true.
If LeBron gets drafted to the Magic, he's not leaving. You can take the shot, but I think the other GMs know that he's probably not leaving.
Yeah.
Let's see. A couple other things. Jonte Porter could get a permanent ban for his betting on himself to do terribly. So, I'd cloud it up for him.
I don't know if we need to cloud it up for Jonte Porter. So, did you know that this is actually Michael Porter Jr.'s brother?
I didn't know that.
So, Michael Porter Jr. did come out and he was like, my brother would never do this. They found evidence that he clearly did. I think Adam Silver has been an amazing GM the years that he's been in here.
Commissioner?
Commissioner. Sorry, my bad, got that wrong. Since David Stern was such a good commissioner, Adam Silver's done a great job, and I expect Jonte Porter to actually get that lifetime ban.
Yeah, he will be known for the play-in tournament, right? That's what Silver will be known for. But the other thing is, this is the first example of betting from the NBA. The NFL has had it. Yeah. The MLB is getting it now, I think, with Ohtani. Mm-hmm. And so the NBA needs to set an example for the rest of their players. So that's why they're going to put the harshest punishment on Jonte Porter that they will for anyone else.
Which I think is great. I don't think Jonte Porter's a bad player. I don't have any hate towards him, but I think it's good that they're slumping down.
If this were Nikola Jokic betting, he wouldn't get a lifetime ban.
Yeah, probably.
But you guys said so. The fact that Jonte Porter is not a great player is actually really good because they can set an example and just tell everyone don't do this or get a permanent ban. All right. So a couple other things I have, or one more thing. Trae Young, Karl Anthony Towns are nearing their returns for maybe the end of the regular season of the playoffs. So that's good.
This helps the Timberwolves, in my opinion, the most. Cat's obviously been their guy for years, and this is when they're going to need him in the playoffs. So I think it's really important for them.
Absolutely, they need that offensive weapon.
Yeah.
All right, I have strongest streaks real quick before we.
Oh yeah, getting the strongest streaks,
all right,
man.
We had some pretty strong streaks this week.
Yes, sir.
All right, in the East, the 76ers are riding a 6-game wave, pretty high on Joel Embiid return. In the West, the Mavericks, a 5-game streak. That's big for them. They moved themselves into the 5 seed.
Yeah.
So, huge. You have anything else?
I do not.
All right, well, it's time to move on into, we're just going to talk about the standings and talk about every team that's left has a chance, right? There's 20 of them. We know the 20 team field. So we're just going to go through, talk about the standings in general and the team, every single team, all right?
You want to start in the East?
Yeah, we're going to start
in the East.
So, the Celtics have a huge lead, obviously, but it's really close. I think it's
after
5 games. After the 1 seed, yeah. From between 2 to 8 is 5 games. And then you have the Bulls and Hawks. But overall, you see the East is way worse than the West, record-wise. Whereas a team like the Pelicans would be the 3 seed, or tied with the 3 seed now in the East. So, that's just, they're clearly not as good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The standings in the East have been weird all year, in my opinion. Like a team like the Nets, they went out so early. Like, they went out last week when we expected that team to be a play-in team. A lot of different things. I didn't expect the Celtics to be this good. I was being totally honest. I think they were going to be great. Not this good, but...
third best something.
Yeah.
Third best rating or something.
I mean, look at their win percentage. It's almost 80%. Like,
that's pretty good.
That's just insane to me. But besides that, good for the Knicks being at that 3 seed.
So you're right at the finish for the 3, 4, 5, 6. 7,
and
8.
besides that, the East is actually looking very, very good. The top 6. I'm excited to see the top 6 go.
Yeah. The Heat look like pretty much locked in the 8 seed.
Yeah.
76ers could jump. Pacers could fall. That's 6 and 7. So we'll see. But it's interesting to see the Bulls and Hawks who gets to host that game. They've been flip flopping for a while. The Hawks lost to the Hornets last night.
I expect it to be the Bulls.
So that does what? Host?
I expect Chicago to host. Yeah.
Yeah. Atlanta's been playing well, and but losing to the Hornets kind of killed it.
Another playing game for Chicago, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But
all right, so time to move on.
Yeah,
let's just talk about all the teams.
All right,
first.
I mean, do we want to start with just the Celtics? Because
they're really good.
There's really nothing else to say about the Celtics besides. Let me see. So I did a thing where I just put one word for every single team. I wonder if the Celtics is unstoppable. They're unstoppable. I don't think there's anyone in the Eastern Conference that can beat them. Genuinely, no one. So yeah, the Celtics they've been good all year. They've been the best team all year. Jason Tatum's playing like an MVP. This team is destined for a championship. They just have to ride their wave.
It's tough that there's 5 MVP seasons going on at the same time.
For real, it's crazy. That's actually the craziest part of the season, honestly.
Yeah, I hate saying this, but for the Celtics, not winning the East is a failure. You don't never want to say that because that's such a high expectation. But for this team that's playing this good, it's like the 2017 Warriors, just like smaller standard, right? So they got to win the East, or it's a failure for them. That's it. I mean, they're 35-3 at home, which is amazing.
Yeah, they're amazing at home. And that's the thing. They're going to host every single playoff series, which is exactly what they need. Now, one thing that does scare me is if a Miami Heat team does grab that 8 seed, that does scare me. That scares the Celtics in the first round.
I think the Heat lose in the first playing game.
Maybe.
Which means they will be the 8 seed. So that's interesting to see. So yeah, I think the X factor for them is Derek White. I'll give an X factor for every team.
Oh yeah, Derek White. I would agree. I think that's a perfect X factor.
I've been all over Derek White since the start of the season. The first episode, I said Derek White was going to be most improved. I said Derek White was going to be 6th man. Mm-hmm. He's so good, he's not even a 6th man anymore.
Yeah.
So I think I was pretty spot on there. It's time to move on to the Bucks. The Bucks, it's Doc Rivers. You know, they're driving out even records since Doc Rivers has come. Everyone knows he's not a good coach, so it'll be interesting to see. I think the X factor's Dame.
For the Bucks, their one word for me was hardship. This team has been through a lot this year, and now with this Giannis injury, it's like I don't know. This Bucks team I don't see them going far because there's so many moving pieces still happening. I mean, Dame's still not playing like you really expected him to play. I mean, obviously now he's a second.
Yeah,
he's the second guy, but I think the X factor for the Bucks would be Bobby Portis, but that's personal opinion.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, we all expected them to be a super team, right?
Yeah.
I expected them to come out of the East. I don't remember if I picked them to go all the way, but I definitely picked them to come out of the East. So I don't know. It's something to watch, right? The Bucks are kind of struggling. See if they can pick it up in the playoffs, like the Heat always do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get playoff Dame or something.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
All right, New York Knicks are the 3 seed as of now. That could change. They have pushed a playoff spot. The third team to do it. By the way, the Celtics have 13.5 games ahead of everyone.
Yeah, crazy. That's just nuts.
All right. Well, the Knicks. The season's kind of over for them now, just because Randall's been out. But it's really impressive to see what Brunson has done, and they constructed a really good roster.
I agree.
With OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, Bogdanovich, Alec Burks, and all those other guys, Jalen Brunson. So it's a shame to see that their chances are kind of getting dwindled because of the Randle injury, but they're still a good team with a lot of hopes in the future.
Yeah, and so I did one word / phrase in a way, so a couple of teams are going to have phrases. The Knicks are one of them. It literally just says you can't guard Brunson. You can't guard JB. Like nope. This.
Fourth in scoring.
And it's crazy because he's only like 6 foot, and if we're being honest, the NBA lies about a lot of heights. He's shorter than that. He's 5'11". Like, this guy can play. He's a lefty. He's, fourth in the league, you said?
Fourth in the league in scoring.
Like,
like a couple weeks ago, I think.
You just can't guard him, and it's insane to me. He's putting this Knicks team on his back right now with all these injuries and stuff. And I do think the Knicks have a very good roster, and I do expect them to get out the first round. I just don't know if Brunson can hold the weight of this whole team in the whole playoffs.
Yeah, so he's listed as 6'2".
Yeah. He's 6 foot. Yeah, 6 foot 5'11". Like the NBA is so interesting to me.
All right, next team, the Cavaliers. They're half a game behind the Knicks. Crazy. I was really high on the Cavaliers. Obviously, picked them to be my 1 seed, and they could have been. Well, I mean, obviously not because of the Celtics, but other than the Celtics, they were the 2 seed for a while. If they were healthy all year, they'd be much higher. So I'm really high on this team. If they can keep their big four together, they can do some great things.
Yeah, I agree. Jared Allen's playing amazing this year defensively. He'll make it all defensive team. And the word they had for the Cavs were their shooters. They can shoot the lights out, this team. They got Max Strus. They have, what's his name? Sam Merrill. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell can shoot the heck out the ball. This team can shoot the lights out in the playoffs, and that's something that's helpful, especially come playoff time.
Yeah, my X factor for the Knicks, maybe like Bogdanovich. I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Oh, yeah, it would be the Knicks.
I didn't get it, but
I'd say Alec Burks.
Okay, I don't know. I'm winging this.
What about Cavs?
Cavs, X Factor, either Jared Allen, Darius Garland, could be Karis LeVert. Okay. Overall, Evan Mobley's shooting. You need a 4 that can shoot.
Yep.
I'll go Jared Allen because his offense. Jared Allen's offense is my X Factor there. Next, the Magic. They're a game back of the Cavaliers. They went from I think 3 seed to 5 seed a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. It's just been crazy how they jumped. Went on a huge run, obviously. I haven't watched much of them. They're a great defensive team. The offense needs to step up. That'll be my X Factor. The offense. But I don't see them going anywhere because they're young. But we'll see.
The Magic, their word is hard workers. They work hard. This team works hard. Jalen Suggs, if there was an award for Hustle Player of the Year, he'd win it. So this Magic team is very, very good, and I honestly expect them to go far.
You do?
I do. I honestly
They're young, though.
Depending on who they play.
Yeah, obviously. But, if the Pelicans played the...
I can see them upsetting a Knicks team in the first round.
Okay.
I can see that.
Well, yeah, I can see that, too. Just because of the Knicks injuries. All right, Pacers. Next, their X Factor is defense. They need defense. And they need a rebound. They can run you. They get best running team, best offensive team in the NBA. They got to play defense. Especially in the playoffs, you need defense, you need rebounding. Yeah. That's the X Factor.
The Pacers, for me, I'm not going to say anything else. They're fast. They play fast. They're the fastest team in the league, and they're fun to watch. Yeah,
another X Factor, Halliburton's scoring. Not just Halliburton's scoring, Halliburton's consistency. He's been a good scorer, but he's been horribly inconsistent. It's like you have 29, then you have 13. So I think they got to have consistency from Halliburton and defense and rebounding. They got a lot of X factors.
I agree.
All right, 7 seed. The Philadelphia 76ers a game back of the Magic and Pacers. They're tied. My X factor for them is going to be Buddy Hield. Okay. He needs to be able to shoot the ball, right? I think with Embiid coming back, he'll be helped by that. Mm-hmm. All the attention going inside, right? Embiid's injuries obviously need to stay away. and they can make a run.
Yeah, for the Sixers, I totally agree with you. Buddy Hield looked amazing in that game where Joel Embiid came back. He hasn't been great for the Sixers in that trade, or since that trade. And the one word for the Sixers, the one phrase is, he's back. That's the one thing. He's back. So, the Sixers, they've been able to kind of just stay steady, but now they got their guy back, and I expect them to try to make a run.
Yeah, they need to get in that 6 seed, because they kind of, their whole season.
They don't want to go through the play-in.
Because they dropped really hard the last couple of weeks, so they need to get back up there to the 6 seed, or the 5 seed, preferably. Well, I guess you'd rather the 6 seed at this point.
I'd take the 6 seed.
But again, it's
that Knicks Sixers.
But it's a half a game difference between the Knicks and the Cavs, so you can't tank because you don't know.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So that's why this is so much fun. I don't know why the Pacers traded Buddy Hield. It's so stupid to me. Whatever. They had a chance with him.
They cleared up money.
A glue guy, like take him in the offseason, man. Come on. All right. Heat's next. They're the 8 seed. They are a game back of the Sixers, probably in that first playing game. For them, it's going to be playoff Jimmy. That's their expected. Playoff Jimmy.
Sam, I agree. My phrase is playoff Jimmy. It's so weird to me how the Heat are so bad in the regular season.
It's because Jimmy didn't try.
It's so weird to me because they have a spectacular team. Duncan Robinson has been amazing this year. But this Heat team just doesn't play well in the regular season. But playoff Jimmy incoming.
Yeah, and Terry Rozier, they need his scoring.
Yeah, it's so weird. Terry Rozier, I totally forgot about him. Like, this team is good. You have to be higher than an 8.
Yeah, I love this trade for them. He's got to score. Yeah. Do we need to spend much time on Bulls and Hawks?
No.
Right now, Bulls are 9 seed, 25 games back. Only 25, so, 10 seeds, the Hawks 26.5 games back. It'll probably be the Bulls hosting, the Hawks losing to the Hornets yesterday. Like I said, probably killed their chances, but give me the X factor for the Bulls.
My X factor for the Bulls? Kobe White. 1,000%. Kobe White is going to be the runner-up in my opinion for most improved player. He can shoot the lights out. He's one of the youngest players on the team. He starts. I mean, this guy's certified baller. That's what I expect. I need him to come up big in that first play-in game. And their phrase is, it's rebuild time. It's been the same thing every single year the past 3 years. Stale. The Bulls need to kick it in a rebuild.
Yeah, Kobe White. I feel like he should win Most Improved Player because they're going to give it to Maxey. But it needs to be, because he was a good player last year. So going from good to more good shouldn't be Most Improved Player. It should be going from bad or not very good in the NBA to really good. That's what Kobe White's done. So, that should be him. All right, Hawks, X Factor is going to be the 2 guards playing next to each other because they've been great separately. They got to be able to play with each other in these playoffs and play if they want to go anywhere.
Yeah, the X Factor for me would be DeJounte Murray because he's playing his butt off right now. But this Hawks team, my phrase for them is, what happened in 2021? What was that run? Like, it's so weird to me. They made the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021. They almost beat the Bucks in that Eastern Conference Finals. But it's so weird to me because this team is better than it was in 2021, and they just have not been able to piece it together.
I think John Collins was the X factor on that team. That's just me. I think he was a really good player in the Hawks.
Yeah, he was all right that year. I mean, he wasn't all-star level that year.
Yeah, but he was a guy.
DeJounte Murray's all-star level this year. Like, he was playing.
Yeah, but they can't play together. That's the thing. It's like...
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the West. Top 3 teams. Nuggets are the 1 seed right now. Timberwolves, Thunder tied with 1 game behind. Clippers in the 4 seed, 5 games back. Dallas made a huge run. Incredible. 6 games back. I picked the Clippers to be the 1 seed at the All-Star break. Didn't work out. They kind of fell fast. But, like, these teams, like the Pelicans, the Suns, and the Kings, and the Lakers, and the Warriors, winning 7 out of 10 games consistently. But they're not going anywhere because everyone's doing, right? So the 6-seeded Pelicans in the West would be 3 seed in the East.
Yep.
Anyway, the Mavericks made a huge run.
They deserve it.
Clinched division. They clinched their division, I guess. I guess that's over the Pelicans.
Clippers have done that too.
Yeah, Clippers have done that too. So there's a game between them. Pelicans are the 6 seed, 8.5 games back. 7 seed Suns, 9 games back. 8 seeded Kings are 10.5 with Lakers Warriors at 11.5. So and they clinched play-ins, so they can't get up.
Yeah.
I like the Kings are pretty close to clinching the play-in too. They're not getting up either. So really, it's between Kings, Lakers, Warriors, which is 8, 9, 10. Who's going to get that 8 seed, right? And who's going to host that second playing game? And then Pelicans, Suns, right? It's a game. It's a half a game right now.
Yeah. And
the Pelicans play tonight against the Kings, right? So, that's the thing. 6 and 7 seed Pelicans and Suns, who can stay out of the play-in, and then 8, 9, 10, who will get what?
Yep. All right, let's get into the Nuggets, man.
You got it?
Yep. All right, they went 56-24 this year. They obviously have a couple more games left. I expect them to knock those in, and they're going to be the best team in the West. Their X factor, the whole team. This team's the best in the West. They've been all year. They might not have stayed at the 1 seed all year. They're the best team in the West. There's no doubt about it. Jokic is probably going to be the MVP.
I would pick Luka.
I wouldn't pick him. He's probably going to be.
When's the veteran team coming in?
It doesn't. Jokic is too good, man.
Doncic hasn't won one yet. Come on.
But he's led his team to back-to-back best teams in the West. Like, yeah. Jokic is a star player. I think he's gonna be the MVP. Good for the Nuggets. Go try to win another one.
Yeah, their X factor for me is gonna be Michael Porter Jr. shooting.
Yeah.
If he can shoot, they can't lose.
Or passing.
Pretty simple.
Because if he can maybe pass the ball for once. Maybe if he can pass the ball, they'll win more games. But
he's not gonna pass. Don't be delusional. It's an X factor and it's his shooting. Because if he can shoot, they don't lose.
Yeah.
All right. Timberwolves, the best defensive team in the NBA, 1 game back. It's not over yet, right, for them. Their X factor is Karl Anthony Towns and that injury.
Yep.
When he comes back, he needs to be an offensive threat like he was in his prime.
Yep, I agree. Let's see. What did I put down for the T-Wolves? They're fun. That's the one word I say. They're fun to watch. Rudy Gobert's going to be Defensive Player of the Year this year. Anthony Edwards is going to be probably an all-star starter next year. He's going to make it all-NBA team. Anthony Edwards is their star now, and he's the face of the franchise. You still got Cat. This team is fun to watch. I expect this team to be very good in the playoffs. I don't expect them to go out first round.
Yeah, their team I don't see going many places, honestly. Just because of the stack down low. I feel like they're the team that, out of the top 3, that loses first round.
I have the next one.
Next is the Thunder. Obviously, I think they get out of the first round, but not the second. I see the Mavericks making a run. They can go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's what they're going to do.
No, they're not in the East, but
Western Conference Finals. Right. Anyway, the Thunder, their X factor is going to be Jalen Williams. Let's go J-Dub.
Yeah.
He's my favorite player on the team, probably. And maybe not. I don't know. But he's the X factor. He's got to be an all-star level player, and they will win the championship.
There's 4 players right now in the run for most improved player. It is Jalen Williams, it is Kobe White, it is Tyrese Maxey, and it's Jonathan Kuminga.
What about Trey Murphy III?
No.
He's there.
These are the top 4. And Jalen Williams has been at that 3 slot all year. He won't move up, and he won't win it. But Jalen Williams is not just looking like a role player. He's looking like a star. And that's just amazing to me. The Oklahoma City Thunder, for them, they've just got pure vibes. Their team is pure vibes. They're fun to watch. I do like Shea. I'm not a Shea hater. And if I had to pick a team to go out, it would have to be them just because of the experience, obviously, of all these teams down low in the play-in that could come up and play them. I don't know. I don't expect OKC to get out the first round. I want them to, but I don't expect them.
Yeah, it's these 4 guys.
Yeah.
Can I see the full...
No, that's the 4 guys. There's no more odds. It's over.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They don't give odds at this point.
Trey Murphy's odds were up there. They were shooting up. They were shooting up the last week. I saw an article about it.
Okay, well, the top 4 I just said.
Okay, yeah. But Trey Murphy's odds did shoot up the last couple weeks. Let me go back to the standings. Okay, Clippers. Let's go Russell Westbrook for their X factor.
Great pick.
They gotta play defense too. And they're a solid defensive team, but I don't know. They're confusing because they're just washed up, and so they're gonna lose to the Mavericks. So whatever. Russell Westbrook.
I would not say that this team is washed up. I would say that Harden has showed that he doesn't need the ball in his hands as much as he has in the past on this Clippers team. Russell Westbrook coming off the bench was an amazing move by him, by the coaching staff. Selfless move from Russ. And then Kawhi is still playing at all-star level. Paul George has played at all-star level this year. This team is good. They're not washed up. So I expect this Clippers team to have a battle with the Mavericks in the first.
It'll be a good thing.
Round.
It'll be a good round. But super teams don't work. Pretty simple. Suns aren't gonna win. The Clippers aren't gonna win.
You do realize the Celtics are up there at the number 1.
Yeah, I understand. But I wouldn't call them. They don't have 100, 3 superstars. Like a team like the Clippers has 3 superstars on their team at this point, and so it's just not gonna work. You don't have the selflessness. You don't have guys that are used to playing
I would disagree
second or third option guys. Like James Harden hasn't been playing that well. And Russell Westbrook's been great. I'm very happy to see him doing his thing. He just have a triple double. Who did he do that against?
The Suns. He had a 16, 16, and 14 triple double. That's Mr. Triple Double. He leads.
It's first of the season.
Really?
Yep. First
wow, that's actually nuts. I did not know that.
So
but
yeah,
he leads NBA history in triple doubles.
I knew. Yeah, something.
Right, getting the
He's great. All right, Mavericks. Their X factor's gonna be Kyrie for me. Kyrie needs to play like Kyrie. Right? I haven't seen much of him lately. I haven't followed him really, so I don't really know.
All right.
But he's got to be the Kyrie we've seen in the past if they want to do anything in this playoffs. But I do think they beat the Clippers.
So yes, this last week and a half, Kyrie has played literally like he's an MVP. He won Western Conference Player of the Week last week. Kyrie Irving is balling. This Mavs team, I expect him to go far. This is the scariest team in the West right now for me. They're on what? They're on a 5-game win streak. They're 9-1 in their last 10. This Mavs team is good. Luka Doncic is my MVP. Kyrie Irving has fit perfectly next to Luka, and they have finally figured out.
Yeah, they went on the run at the right time. Pelicans went on their run, but right after that, Mavericks, boom.
Yeah.
And the Pelicans kind of fell off a little bit.
Oh yeah, and their one word scary, which I already said.
Yeah. MVP of the league, Luka Doncic. Whether they give it to him or not, they're gonna get past the first round, maybe even the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Western Conference Finals. I did it again. All right, Pelicans are next. I have two X factors. I think they're both shooting. Right, their MVPs in depth. The deepest team in the NBA. They gotta have Trey Murphy off the bench. He's gotta shoot the lights out. And when Herb Jones scores, the Pelicans don't lose. It's pretty simple. When he's gonna sit in the corner, if he can hit 3 corner threes a game, and he obviously can be inside a little bit. 3 corner threes a game. I think the Pelicans can't lose, especially in the first round.
Yeah. The Pels, their one word is depth, right? We've said this all year. They have the best depth in the league. They have the best guys coming off the bench. Like, Trey Murphy's going to go start for most NBA teams in the league.
I think we decided it's all of them except for the Celtics.
I would say there's only a few.
I think it's all except for the Celtics.
I would say there's a couple more. I don't think he'd go start for the Nuggets because I wouldn't think they would mess with it. Like, if they traded for him today, I think
he started over PJ. I think he started over PJ.
He started over Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. I don't think he started for the Thunder.
He started over KCP. Then he started over Josh Giddey.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. They wouldn't do that though. That's the thing. Like, they wouldn't. If the Nuggets were to trade for Trey Murphy, they'd keep him off the bench because that's what he's good at, and they know KCP's good in the starting lineup with Jokic. Like, there's this type of thing. Like, the Celtics, no chance, right? And that's not like a chemistry thing or anything. They're just too good.
The Pelicans can't start for them.
Now, Trey Murphy's he should get more props for 6th Man of the Year. He's not going to win it. I think Malik Monk is locked up.
He wasn't in the odds. I think he's ineligible. He wasn't in the odds.
Oh, because he hasn't played enough games.
Well, he's played enough games. Well, has he?
He just played 65.
I know, but it's close.
I don't know.
He was out for the start of the year, so yeah, he was not.
Whether or not, this Pels team is very good. You don't want to see this team as your 7 seed, right? If they were to fall to the play-in. If it were to happen, right? It's similar to the Suns. You don't want to see the Suns or the Pelicans. Like, if I'm the Timberwolves, I'm scared of the Pelicans more than I'm scared of the Suns, obviously. I'm scared of the Pelicans in the first round. And I think the Pelicans can fall off an upset.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram needs to come back as good as ever, though.
I think, that Thunder-Pels series. Ooh,
the Thunder have kind of owned us though this season.
That's what I'm saying. I think y'all should fall to the play-in because I think y'all should upset like a Tuesday. I think it'd be fun to watch.
But I don't want to be in the play-in. That's like the Pelicans.
You don't get home court advantage either way. So like
I know, but like I hate the play-in. Pelicans aren't good at the play-in. If you haven't.
You won it 2
years
ago. Y'all got in.
Yeah, I guess. Well, last year
as an 8 seed.
Last year was bad. So bad. Oh my god, nightmares. Okay.
Y'all were what, the 10 seed?
Yeah, we fell from like 8 to 10 in the last day. It was terrible. All right. Anyway, the Suns are next, the 7 seed, half a game behind the Pelicans. X factor for them, Grayson Allen. He does shoot. Again, like when Herb Jones shoots, it's more of a volume thing for Grayson Allen. If Grayson Allen hits 5 threes in a game, the Suns won't lose. If Trey Murphy hits 3 threes, or not Trey Murphy, if Herb Jones hits 3 threes in a game, Pelicans won't lose. It's Grayson Allen shooting. Is the X factor.
If I were to say an X factor, it'd be Royce O'Neal for me. That trade middle of the year was a great trade for the Suns. He has played tremendously on defense. He's hyped the team up. But this Suns team, as you can see, the tone of my voice, they're disappointing. Genuinely. That would be the one word for me. I don't expect this team to go far. I expect them to make it out the first round and pull off an upset. No, I don't think there's any chance they get to the NBA Finals. No chance. I don't see them getting to the Western Conference Finals. Now, one thing that I would love to see is them. One thing I would not love to see is them going up against the Mavericks in the second round, because we all know how that goes down every single year.
Oh, yeah.
So
Luka can go visit his children again.
Yeah.
Let's
just move on. We're getting to the Kings.
I don't see the Suns beating the Timberwolves. They have a shot against the other two.
I think Dirk can hold his own down there.
He could, but it's Rudy's Rudy. And
I'm saying, but the size, the thing with the Timberwolves, they play such good defense.
It's a bad matchup. I think that's the worst matchup you can get if you're the Suns.
I disagree.
Okay.
Worst matchups the OKC Thunder because they play fast.
Yeah.
Or no, right. The worst matchups the Nuggets. What are we talking about?
Well,
no one wants to play the Nuggets.
I think. Yeah, well, you're not gonna play the Nuggets. Probably.
Yeah, we're not gonna play the Nuggets, but like you don't want to play the Nuggets.
Yeah, no one. You're losing the plan. All right. Kings are next with the 8th seed. It's between, again, like I said, 8, 9, 10. Kings, Lakers, Warriors. It's a game between those three. So Kings, their X factor, De'Aaron Fox for me. Domantas Sabonis has been their guy all year. He's had like 1,000 triple doubles, 1,000 double doubles in a row. If De'Aaron Fox can throw 30 on the board, they don't lose.
This Kings team took a step down, right? And I don't really have much to say about them.
Actually, their records are around the same.
They were a 3 seed though.
The records close to the same as last year.
Interesting.
I heard that.
Either way, they should have taken a step up, right? This team got a little better in the offseason. Keegan Murray was supposed to be better. There was a bunch of different things that this Kings team should be a top 6 seed. They really should. If they were 3 last year, you should be top 6, even if your record's the same, right? Because you need guys to step up, right? What they're 48 and 34.
Now they're 45 and 34.
Okay, so very similar.
Yeah,
very similar. If they win these next 3 games, then boom, they have the exact same record. But then they do get in the top 6. So
no, they don't.
Yeah, they would, because the Pelicans would fall.
If they win 3, I trust the Pelicans to win 2.
Okay, well that's the thing. There's a situation. Kings win their next 3, they're up at 6. I'm telling you, they win their next 3, they're up at 6. But this Kings team, they're fun to watch, but I don't expect them to go far at all. They don't have depth.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Malik Monk. I'm actually changing it. Malik Monk's my X factor.
Oh yeah.
All right. Number 9 seed Lakers. Their X factor is gonna be Austin Reeves for me. He's got to score. He's got to score well, and that's it. They've been disappointing, obviously. LeBron James, I mean, he's been great. Anthony Davis has been great. But the other guys haven't been great. Austin Reeves is the X factor.
I want to touch on something. Lakers played the other night against the Warriors in a very, very big game because now the Warriors can jump you, which gives home court advantage. You don't want to go play in the Warriors Stadium, right? You want to have it in crypto. But the Lakers lost that game, and Anthony Davis is out because of a headache. Man, this is the last 3 games of the season. Get over your headache. This makes me so annoyed. Anthony Davis has been a guy over his career. Pelicans fans hate him. Since I kind of cheer for the Pelicans, but I'm not cheering for the Suns, it is so sad to watch. I hate Anthony Davis, the way that he just, the little injuries. Like, he hurt his toe, and he went out for 2 months, for the Pels, in that season where he wanted to be traded. Like, Anthony Davis is just a player that has made me mad. He's an amazing player, but he just makes me mad. That's one thing I want to touch on. But besides that, the Lakers, I think they're looking towards next season.
All right, one more team. Warriors, 10 seed, half a game behind the Lakers, and they're a game out of being the 8th seed, right? Getting in that first playing game. So AirPod I haven't watched a single second of the Warriors this season. Not gonna lie, AirPod, I love him though. He's the X factor.
I've watched a good amount of Warriors basketball this year. The team that I haven't watched a lot is actually the Kings this year, but the Warriors, I've watched a good amount of Warriors basketball, and the X factor for me would be Jonathan Kuminga, the young guy. He's up for most improved player. But this Warriors team, they've got 2 timelines going on, man. This is the weirdest thing to me. You still got the Clay, Draymond, Steph era, and you've got the Kuminga, Moody, AirPods. Like, it is so weird to me. They're going to have to figure it out. If they don't make a run this year, they're going to have to figure out something for next year.
It's too late now, but they should commit it to the current era.
Yeah.
They shouldn't try to do 2 era thing. All right, time for Gimme 5.
Let's get it.
We're going to roll through this fast, all right? The score right now, James got their glasses, is 29-23.
Oh, man, it feels
29-26.
It feels nice to have these on.
Yeah. Enjoy.
I don't have a pen. You want to give me yours after you're done?
I'll use it. Yeah. So the score's 29-26. Why do you need a pen?
To, mark your points. When you're
I'm okay. All right. 29-26 is the score. I've said it 4 times now. Hide your notebook so I'll see it. That's challenge. All right, so let's move on. I'll give you mine first. It's tough, but I think you can get it. It's about the NFL draft. You're an NFL draft guy. I know.
I do like the NFL draft.
All right.
All right.
Let's go. Last year NFL draft, first 5 receivers off the board.
Oh God. Last year.
Think about it.
God. Barely watched this draft. All right.
They didn't go. I'll tell you the first guy that got picked. 20th pick.
The first guy was the 20th pick. Oh, bro.
Yeah, just think about it. You know this.
Okay. So the first over, I need to just remember this draft a little bit. So the first overall pick was, who was the first overall pick?
First overall pick was Bryce Young.
Okay, so this is the Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud. Like I didn't.
Rookies last year. Think about it. Rookie.
Will Levis was the guy that dropped. Okay, so some receivers. Oh, dude, I don't think I'm gonna get any. I genuinely don't think.
Think about rookie. Who's a rookie receiver last year? Start thinking.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. He went to the Seahawks. He was definitely one of the top 5. He might have gone 20, or he might have gone second round.
I'll tell you the picks. 20, 21, 22, 23, 39.
Oh, so it was like
back to back.
Okay,
so 4 in a row.
So Jackson Smith and Jigba's in there somewhere. I don't know which one he's gonna be. I'll put him at 21. I think he was 21.
Is this one to be a final answer?
Just for now, I'm gonna put it at 21. Okay, what's other guys? Okay, so Ohio State guys off. We're not counting tight ends, right?
No, they're receivers.
Rookie receivers.
One of them's like a big bust. Overreaction.
Really? Rookie receivers. I'm not looking. I'm just trying to think of big schools right now.
Think of teams that had rookie receivers.
Dude, I can't. Okay, all right. Puka, but he was a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
So like, it's not gonna be Puka. I'm just trying to think through teams. 49ers didn't have anyone really young.
There's 3 of these.
Seahawks had Smith and Jigba, so I'm gonna get that one. I know I'm gonna get at least some points. The Rams, yeah, Puka. We said the Saints didn't have anybody. Panthers didn't have anybody. The Falcons didn't have anybody. The Buccaneers did have a guy. I don't remember his name. I don't think he went. I think he went late too. Green Bay Packers.
You should get these. This is so easy.
It's not Christian Watson. He was 2 years ago. All right, let's go to Chicago.
Nope.
Nobody. Chargers. Nobody.
Sure.
I can't remember a Chargers player. Okay. I don't watch the Chargers.
Okay.
The Cardinals. No. Minnesota.
You really can't think of any receivers?
Dude, I don't remember this draft.
Minnesota. They do have a football team. They have Vikings.
Oh, yeah, Minnesota Vikings. Oh, Jordan Addison would have gone.
Hey!
Okay, so Jordan Addison, I'll put it 22. Okay, let's just fill out the list. Okay. Jackson Smith and Jigba at pick 21.
Okay.
Jordan Addison at pick 22.
Okay.
Right?
You can do that, yeah.
And then it's 23 after that?
It's 20, 21, 22, 23, 39.
Okay, 39. That's second round. That's first or second round. Was that?
It's
can you tell me who the bust was? Or no?
The bust was picked at 21st. He's not really a bust yet because it was 1 year. But people are overreacting.
Can I change?
You can change whenever you want.
Okay, can you put Jackson Smith and Jigba at 20?
Yep.
Okay, put him at 20. Jordan Addison, keep it 22.
Okay.
21. I'm just trying to think through teams right now. That's my problem.
Let's make a final answer.
All right, New York. What are the New York football team? I do like this is the thing. Like
Jets and Giants.
The Jets and Giants.
Like, NFL. I'm sorry.
I just can't do.
I'll pull up the NFL teams for you.
Okay, yeah, that would help. That would actually help. Yeah. All right. Dolphins, Bills, Patriots, Cowboys, Giants. Man.
You don't know any rookie receivers?
No, I don't. I genuinely don't. Yoshi Voss, I remember him. He was a rookie. But
okay.
He wasn't picked that high.
He could have been picked 39.
Okay, put Andre Yoshi Voss at 39. Oh, did the Steelers have somebody?
You have 2 more spots to fill.
Oh, the Colts have somebody.
There's one of these teams actually.
Tank Dell.
Okay.
At what 23.
Okay. There's one of these you should get. You should ring a bell right away when you see one of the teams. We've talked about him in depth in this podcast.
Seriously?
Yeah. One of the teams.
Bro, what?
Let's go.
I don't know.
Okay. That's
Ravens?
fine.
Oh!
No!
My boy Zay.
Are you going to put Zay second? Just put Zay second?
Just, yes, pretty much.
Okay. Alright, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, bro.
No, it wasn't. You actually did pretty well. Alright, you actually did really well, I think. No, you did like insane. Alright.
I got a lot of guys on the board.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. It was number 1, so that's 3 points.
Oh, nice.
He was at number 20. The 21st pick was Quentin Johnson.
Oh,
Quentin Johnson.
I did say Chargers. You're right.
Zay Flowers was at number 3, so that's 2 points.
Oh, nice.
Jordan Addison was at number 4, that's another 2 points.
Nice.
And then Tank Dell and Yoshi just weren't on there. It was Jonathan Mingo.
Oh,
the guy.
Panthers.
Yeah. All right. So.
You give me his name,
bad.
I can name his team, and I can name where he went to school. But
He went to Florida.
So like, look, watch.
He went to Ohio State.
Ohio State.
TCU.
This is a tough one.
I don't know.
Boston College.
Okay. He went to USC.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's what 7. It's a good round. All right.
Okay, I'll take it. All right, I'm gonna go to NBA. We're gonna stick on the NBA theme right now.
Okay.
I want you to give me the most points averaged in play-in history.
Play-in history. Oh my God, I have no idea.
Who has averaged the most points?
I have
5?
no idea.
Let me use this.
No clue.
I need you to think about some teams who have been in the play-in in the past few years. And
Pelicans.
maybe, yep.
Okay, let's put Brandon Ingram at 3. I actually have no idea. God. Okay, Hawks and the Bulls have been there a lot.
I'll tell you this:
like
4 of the players are Western Conference players.
Okay.
1.
Jimmy Butler's got to be up there, huh? Yeah, put Jimmy Butler at 1. No, 2. Put Jimmy Butler at 2. Who has been there? Was it the Western Conference? Dang.
You're never gonna get the 5th one because I never thought this guy would be here. It's weird.
Okay, well.
It was like
I actually have no idea.
First year in the play, and this guy dropped a 50 bomb.
Did he really?
Or something like that. It was something crazy.
Is he number 1?
No, he's number 5. But like that's the thing. You don't expect him to be here.
Okay. Can I look at the teams? Yeah,
sure.
Look at the teams. Okay. Rockets have been there a couple of times, I think. And the Jazz. They do Lauri Markkanen at 4.
It's a horrible pick.
How?
Just do it again. That's just a bad pick.
Okay, fine.
He's been there for 1 year, Charlie.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, still.
And they weren't in the.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. Kings, like they've been there. Nah, they were in the 3 seed. Oh, Thunder. But they were there, right? Weren't they in there? They weren't in the play-in?
They either didn't make the playoffs or they made the playoffs.
Okay. Well, yeah, well, they were in the play-in, right?
I think there's some teams who are in the play-in
I don't know.
Right now.
Yeah, like the Warriors, Lakers, Suns. Okay,
Keep going down that Western Conference list.
Alright. So who do I have? I have Brandon Ingram and Jimmy Butler right now. Let me do... I don't have Cat in there, right? Do I have Cat in there?
You do not.
Put Cat at number 4. Put... Put Curry at number 5. And put number 1. Ooh.
This is not, dude. Go down the standings. What's the team that's been in the play-in the most?
Don't know. The Timberwolves have been in the play-in a lot.
No.
Pelicans have. Suns haven't really. Have they?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Kings, not really.
Mm-mm.
How many? Is this the 3rd year of the play-in?
This is the 4th year.
4th year. Okay. Lakers. Nah.
No.
The Warriors. No.
Warriors have been in there twice now.
Okay. This is the 2nd time?
Yep.
Okay, and then Rockets, I guess a couple times maybe. Jazz, no. Grizzlies, no. Blazers.
Who's your number 1?
My number 1's gonna be put Brandon Ingram at number 1 because I love Brandon Ingram, and put Damon at number 3.
You're gonna you got one guy.
This is so stupid. Like this is
now, and you didn't get him in the right spot either. So
that was a hard one.
Okay, so your number 1 guy is John Morant.
No way.
They've been in the play-in every single year except last year and this year.
0.
And he went crazy in the play-in because they had to win 2 games. So Steph Curry's at 2.
Where'd I put him?
You put him at 5.
Okay, that's 1 point.
That's all your points today. So
okay. Well,
I needed you to think Grizzlies. Dylan Brooks is at 3.
Okay.
Number 4 is Jonas Valanciunas.
Okay.
Who played for the Grizzlies, right? When they were in the playing games. And Jason Tatum is at 5.
What?
Because he put up, I'm pretty sure he put up like a 50-piece or something in the first ever playing game.
Alright, James. Special segment. You're beating me now because that was mean. I literally helped you. I gave you. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Alright, just predict the standings. Because I'm confused.
Just predict them?
Yeah. Don't write them. Just predict them.
In the East?
Both. Let's go. 1 through 10.
East?
1 through 10. Doesn't matter.
Alright, Celtics are going to be at 1.
Okay.
Number 2, I think, is going to be the New York Knicks.
Okay.
I think the Bucks are going to fall to 3. I think the Cleveland is going to stay at 4. I think the Magic are going to drop to 6. I think the Pacers are going to go up to 5, so they're just going to flip-flop. I think the Sixers are going to stay at 7. I think everything else is going to stay the exact same. I think it's going to be Sixers, Heat, Bulls, Bucks. Now in the West, this is an interesting one, right? So the Nuggets are going to stay at 1, in my opinion. I think that the Timberwolves could stay at 2. I could see them dropping. I'm going to say that those 3 just stay the same. I'm going to say Nuggets, Timberwolves, OKC. Now, for the Clippers and the Mavericks, right? They're 5 and 6 right now. The Clippers have a pretty easy road, so I expect them to stay at the 4 slot. I expect the Mavericks to stay at 5. At 6, this Pelicans team, I don't really know because this Kings game tonight is going to be a tough one. The Kings are going to be playing their butts off. They're going to be wanting to win. This game, in my opinion, decides if the Pelicans fall or not because I think that Phoenix is going to play pretty well in their last 2 games. Now, saying that, I think the Pelicans do win this game. I think they say it's 6. I think the Sacramento Kings, there's a situation where the Kings lose that game, win the next 2, Suns drop the next 2. I could see that happening. I don't think it will. So I have Phoenix at 7, Sacramento at 8, which is exactly what it is. And then here, I'm going to flip-flop these 9 and 10. I think the Warriors are going to overtake the Lakers, and the Warriors are going to get home court advantage in that first playing game.
Right, I'll give you mine real quick before we end off. Celtics 1, Bucks 2. This is the East. Cavs 3, Knicks 4, Pacers 5, Sixers 6, Magic at 7, Heat 8, Bulls 9, Hawks 10. In the West, I'll say Nuggets 1, Timberwolves 2, Thunder 3, Clippers, Mavericks, Pelicans, Suns, Lakers, Kings, Warriors. Alright, that's it. Yeah. So,
alrighty.
Thanks for listening.
Good long episode.
That's a long one. Hope you enjoyed
good
it.
Episode.
You know? Yeah, it's good. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Come back next week for 2 episodes, NBA and MLB.